The first Marquette Law School poll of this election year is now public, and we are breaking it down. Let's bring in 12 News political director Matt Smith.
Derek, we are joined by Charles Franklin, director of the Marquette Law School poll. Charles, good to see you.
Good to be here.
Relief, the poll is out, the first of 2024. Let's walk through some of these head-to-heads, because this is a really important snapshot as we sit here at the start of the year. Among registered voters, Biden and Trump, which is looking more likely it's going to be a dead heat, 49-49. You can't get any closer than that.
Nope, really can't get closer. Biden was up by 2 in November on that same question. So it's just, it couldn't get any tighter, but it has narrowed from November. All of that's inside the margin of error, though. The idea that we've got a close race, pretty strong.
What's behind this?
Really, it's that both Trump and Biden have real weaknesses that offset each other when they're paired head-to-head. Biden's job approval is 41%, but 53% believe Trump acted illegally in contesting the 2020 election. Trump has some advantages on issues, but on honesty and corruption, Trump suffers considerably on that.
Despite what the Trump campaign says, there still is a GOP primary, that is still happening. Some of these numbers are interesting as we look at Wisconsin and look to the possibility still of a contested primary here in April. Trump has 64% of support among Wisconsin Republicans. Nikki Haley, 22%, 14% undecided. He's growing his support among Republicans, but then if you look at a hypothetical Biden-Haley matchup, Haley beats Biden by 16 points. Does she have any chance of coming out of this primary, first of all?
You know, it seems unlikely. Miracles happen sometimes, but Trump has really consolidated. He was only at 38% in the primary in November, now up to 64. She doubled her support, but from 11 to 22, so it still leaves her in a weak position. I think Haley, though, beats Biden by 16 points. That shows how much of a price Republicans pay for a Trump-Biden matchup where they cancel each other's weaknesses. When you put a candidate, Haley, who doesn't have the baggage of Trump, Biden's weaknesses come to the fore, and he barely gets the 41% that's his job approval number.
But we're seeing Wisconsin Republicans coalesce around Trump, poll by poll by poll.
No question it's consolidated. He's gone from his weakest numbers in late 2022 to some of his strongest numbers in the last 2 or 3 years now.
When we look at the most important issues that Wisconsinites and voters across the country really say, we always talk about the economy, we always talk about immigration. On those two issues, Trump dominates. In terms of the question, who do you see as doing a better job?
He does, and he's actually, if anything, gained a little strength on the border. The economy's maybe slightly less of an advantage to him, but on those two predominant issues, he has this big margin. Again, I come back to, if it weren't for Trump's other weaknesses with that kind of strength on the two most important problems, he would be doing better than a 49-49 tie.
Give me your quick disclosure as we sit here in February. What is the point of this poll? This isn't necessarily predicting what's going to happen in November.
Now, what we want to do is understand how this race develops over the next 9 months. And so we're going to be looking at it for snapshots in time, but you put enough snapshots together and you've got a movie.
A lot of data, a lot of snapshots. Charles, thank you so much for joining us here at 4.
Thank you.
Derek.
Thank you, Matt. And Charles, there are several important dates on the calendar here in Wisconsin. Early voting in Milwaukee is now underway for the spring primary. Election day is in 2 weeks, February 20th, and Wisconsin's presidential primary is Tuesday, April 2nd. You can check out our spring election voters guide for election information and a link to register to vote right now on the free 12 News mobile app.